Morning, everyone. How's it going? So, I know I am few and far between with the videos lately, and I do apologise for that. But I do really enjoy doing them because as I break stuff down as I'm talking about it, it always helps me do what I want to do. Makes me think about how I'm analysing the market. So, I do need to get more going. Obviously, at the moment, I'm a bit all over, doing a different kind of job, learning a new thing. What's going to tie in with trading as well. So, it's good learning about data. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Anyone wants any tips of how to get started in a career like that, let me know. Because yeah, it's been pretty good. There's a lot of stuff I can use in trading, learning like machine learning, Python coding, all stuff like that. I'm gonna tie it in with trading eventually. I'm just seeing it as a marathon at the moment. Trading's not been the best lately. But yeah, I just thought instead of doing my weekly breakdown, I'll just do a little bit of a video, share my thoughts. So we've got a new month tomorrow. We'll start from the month up on the British pound. Yeah, we've got a new month tomorrow, and we have absolutely stormed up this month, haven't we? I thought we might have had a bit of a pullback. It's just been non-stop, really, hasn't it? We've not even had. That's what confused me as well. We've not even had a bottom wick. It just started this month and then just went up, 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 up. That's why I was looking at the beginning of the month. I was like, right, it's going to go short, at least to form the wick, and then maybe go up. I don't know, but it's very rare. Like, look at all these candles. We've all got bottom wicks. They've all got bottom and top wicks. You can't even find one where it doesn't have top or bottom wick, and we're in 2015, so this is a very, very rare occurrence that this has happened. That's very close to not having one, but it's still got one, you know what I mean? So that's why I was kind of like, right, price might go bearish. The fundamental aspect is something I really need to work on myself to improve. But yeah, so we've come this month, just absolutely stormed up. The, the dollar is really weakening at the moment with all the tariffs that Trump's putting on. Apparently, is going to be doing some more stuff this week, so take note of that. This week's going to be a bit of a steady week for me. Obviously, I'm going on holiday later today, and yeah, it's NFP week anyway, so I always try and put holidays around NFP week if you're a serious trader. So yeah, coming up to the monthly, stop waffling on now. Yeah, we've had a good month. It's coming on weekly. We've had all these pushes up, pushes up, pushes up. You can't really say um, it's going to stop. I have been trying to play the short term pullbacks maybe into here and then going up. But yeah, we've got really nowhere to stop it at the moment, have we? We've got like these supply zones up here. If it's going to be, if that's going to happen, I was hoping this the other week might have been a short zone to go from, maybe keep going longer, but it's now smashed through that. So it's always got a bit of pullback, but it seems like it's just hanging about here, maybe collecting liquidity, sweep a few things, and then keep going up, at least to this point here. So I'm just going to have to say it's longs at the moment. So coming on to the daily, yeah, it's just been non-stop since the January, hasn't it? Look at that. So that was a swing trade I had. If I'd have held on to that, I'd have been going pretty alright at the moment, wouldn't I? It's kind of on swing trades. There's just too much mentally taxing. That's 11R, peaked out at 11R. But I think this one, what did I do? Yeah, it went up to here. I think I was a 4R and it come back down to break even. Very taxing, and that was over the space of a few weeks. What's that? I run up to there, I don't know. Which did end up getting there, but what's this? So, yeah, I put it on. It went quite good. Came back to break even, and then it went up to nearly 4R, then came back down to break even. And it's just you don't know the markets. I just don't understand the markets well enough to be able to dare hold that at the moment. And it's something I am working on, definitely. But yeah, look what's been happening. I did say, will this be a sweep? It is very bouncing around at the moment. We've got like That's failed to be taken. That yet. That's failed to be taken. It's just come down into here. So I would expect it's going to keep coming up for an hour later. Yeah, look at it. It's just not very good. Look, this demand down here could trade down into here. That's a obviously the trend has turned. We've had a low high, high low. Ooh, I don't know why I marked that. It's got nothing to do with anything. Let's see. Low high, high low. Come back down to here. Now I found a high high, low low, high high. On the low low here could come to here. It doesn't have to come down to here. Could just stay here and then go up there. We'll see. But look at that. That's terrible. This is why trading. It's just that's why I'm just doing other things at the moment because it's just few and far between the opportunities that we're getting in the market. So yeah, the market's not the best in there. We haven't really got anywhere to trade from. We've not got anything that's broken. We've just really got all we've got really, supply and demand wise, is that broke, that created a break structure, and this is a demand that's yet to hold. But this was, that was euro, wasn't it? Yeah, so we had like supply sort of holding here, had like breaks there, supply like swept that, then come down, then failed to take that, then come back into here. Which you could say that was a supply zone here. And that failed, dropped down, and it come back into here. So I think this was me last week, maybe looking to see if shorts was going to be the play. And then it just shot up here. I don't know what happened last week. I can't remember the news, but it just shot up. Yeah, Thursday was, especially on Euro, was the high and low of the week. Oh no, Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday. But basically, that was still classed as Thursday. So high and low of the week. It's a very rare occurrence in the market. You've got a high and low of the week on a Wednesday and Thursday. And both basically with New York time that was both on a Thursday, just as Thursday happened, low of the week, high of the week. So the market's still doing strange things, not really respecting any sort of order. It's just like in this awful, god awful range, sweeping, breaking, not holding. What's going to hold? Is this going to hold? Probably not. It's just probably going to keep coming down here. Unless I put a trade on, unless I put a trade long there, then it'll just keep coming down. I mean, if I play short, he'll probably hit that and then go long. So that's the kind of one that's been happening at the moment. Pretty sure you all feel the same. So yeah, coming on to the 15, like what we had so far, we've had Asia swept, which would have been a good trade. That target in the other end. I actually spotted that. I come to the laptop a bit too late. We had Asia sweep, and then you had an entry model in here. We had that reacted, and then it failed. Come down to here, so that failed that reaction. And come back up into that. And then when it come back into that and had a hard close in it instead of wicking it, could have maybe covered that high. That might end up in today's high. And targeting the low. Would have been a very cute trade. 1 minute trade. Uh, going after the sweep. Would have been a hard trade to maneuver. Would I have took it? I'm a bit more not scalpy at the moment, but yeah, I don't know if I would have took that, but definitely would have been valid enough to take if you're risky enough to take it. So yeah, coming on to the 15 minute now. Uh, this to navigate through. You could even say that broke that, so you could say it's interacting that. You could say it's interacting with that imbalance. Depends how you want to call it. Sometimes I do that because that has broke that there. Oh well, has broke that there. And you could say that's your 15 minute. So, yeah, is it reacting with it? What's happening in here? With the amount of push down, I would expect that to fail. I would expect it to fail. Yeah, but it's holding. It's holding, you know what I mean? It's definitely held. So, yeah, possible long there. Possible long. But just going after 15, like, who's actually in control? 15 minute is in control, following the trend in a way. That break, come down to here. You know, it's just a bit all over. It's very range bound, you know what I mean? But then you've had the break there, had the break there. It's come down to here. Could it go up? It could do up, but what's also happened? You've got this here. Could say that's a supply. Could say that's a supply. It's held there. Demand held here. It's it's just a bit hard to navigate at the moment. That's a very range bound price action. So I'd either be wanting it to see it break up here or down here and try and form some sort of like zone to trade from in there. It's just like broken down. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking to see, or the other way. It's a bit hard to navigate at the moment. Not really sure which way it's going to go. The higher time frames are not really giving much direction. Daily is not giving much direction. So for me, it's just plainly sit out. It's not like anything's happening of sorts. It's going to be of any use on the higher time frame. It could come down to here. Very much could come down to here and then trade within here. That's your leg what's gone up. That's your main demand. That's your main demand. So could all this be used as liquidity? Good chance it could be. So would you look and try and play the shorts to here and then see if demand then takes control to go back up here? It's always possible. It is always possible. You just got to account for every scenario, and trading is very hard at the moment. Isn't it? It's giving you a lot of scenarios. I know like the other day, like I went at Phantom and did a live call, and I had the market the other way, which does happen now and again. They were trading one way, and I was trading the other way. It doesn't mean like one of us was wrong or any of us was right. I think I could have pulled 2 hours out of mine. I think they did all right with theirs, and it reversed. So it's just a bit all over, as you can see. It's very hard to navigate these kind of price actions. I'll leave that as that. See what happens. That could be what happens for this week. But yeah, quite hard to navigate. Unsure where to take the markets at the moment. And yeah, tonight gone. How long have I waffled on for? 14 minutes. Wow. Right, I'll try and do another little breakdown of Euro and try not to go on as much. I kind of get carried away with my own thoughts. I bet there's literally no one even listening as well. It's just like this English guys boring the life out of me. But yeah, same as EU. EU did have a wick. EU did have a wick, which is good. I'll just quickly knock up what I'm gonna do. Lower the previous week. Right, the previous week. There you go. Weekly open. It's gonna be there. Daily. Bear with me. I'll try and whiz through EU because I already said a lot of my ideas. So I'm gonna take it from the top. Otherwise, pick it from the top. So monthly, like I said, very good. We're in this range for ages. Last year, I remember with EU, we were just like coming up and down, playing the range. We now seem to have broken into maybe a possible demand zone here. Not sure what that is. I can't mark that. Yeah, I've had bearish candle, also a bit of side and push up. So ideally, yeah, I want to see price going up just off this candle formation. Taps into like demand zone to cover half of this imbalance at least. Um, yeah, technically, I want to see it go up. March has been a big storming up. If Donald Trump keeps going how he's going, he's going to keep going up. So, come to the week. So, you got the high of the week here, high of the previous week. No, it's wrong. Oh, that would be strange. Oh, no, it's not. No. So, you got higher than the previous week there. Higher the previous week, lower the previous week. Big imbalance here. Trade into this. I want to see it get deeper. Looking at that candle formation, I'm going to be pushing up that bearish. That's bullish. Like obviously we interacted with this supply. So where do we go from here? Again, it's hard to read, but looking at this looks more bullish than GU. GU looks very all over. It looks like we've had pull back into here, we've had a reaction. I would like it with the fair value gaps to do like to see him get 50% taken. That's not happened. That doesn't really matter. It just is what it is. So what's happened here? So we've had obviously we've had this full 4 hour taken nearly, like 80% taken. So okay, you could be like, right, so what's happened here? So we've had a low and then it's broke that, form that, that. That's what's happened here. We've had I mean a reaction to this 1 hour pullback, and then now we have had that pull. So good price then head to down here and then reverse up, take control and go there. That's what I would be looking for on EU. Looking at this price action, we've had that fail, we've had a higher high formed, we've got like all this has not been taken yet. We've got that that's not been taken. Well, to here, but that that's not been taken. So I would be looking for that to be taken. But like supplies up here. Supplies up there to trade from. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes, won't we? I would say that'd be where the price is going to head for this week. Definitely looking at EU. What's the 15? What's happened here? Has that been taken? That's been slightly taken. Is it going to be a sweep? Who the hell knows? So we've got that. We've got that taken. Come back down into here. I mean, I would like to see that carry on from here, but it wouldn't surprise me if it comes back down to here. So we've had a good push away from that, which is good. Had a good push away from that in here. So could we then look for longs up here? Could be an ideal trade. 2.5 hour. That's very hard to decipher at the moment, like I say. But it looks more longs. This definitely looks more longs, but it could come down into it. So we'll see. Right, I'm gonna wrap that up now because I've waffled on for ages. But yeah, any questions about any PA? Obviously, at the moment, it's not the best. Wish it could be a bit better, more direction. I want to talk like a couple of challenges passed by this time. Like when I was thinking about it at New Year's, I wanted at least another 100k challenge passed at this time last year, and it's just not really happened. I'm close to failing a challenge, if truth be told. Just because I'm just maybe trying to force the market a bit much, a bit of unluck as well. Been a bit unlucky, but at the same time, you shouldn't put luck into it. So going from this, what I would like to see now, because we're coming into a supply. So what I want to see happen for the Europa today is that to fail. Maybe come back down, sweep some liquidity. I want something like that. I want to see that supply fail. And then I want to see that hold. And then if that holds there, I might look at taking, if that's taking liquidity as well, if that's taking liquidity, maybe place a trade on that and maybe just target that high depending on what happens. So that is something I'll be looking to take if price breaks that first and then sweeps. That means we've got like a high, low, high, low, high, low breaks that, demand holds, push, push, push. Something like that. That's kind of what I want to see. Well, that's what I want to see. What I want to see happen. And oh shit, that's gonna be my trade idea. We'll see where that ends up. Like I say, probably gonna get it wrong. Those of you that came in last year must have thought I was like a bit of a mystic. I was able to predict it pretty well. This year, my powers of mysticism have been well off. But yeah, we'll see where that goes. I'm gonna see how happens here. And see what happens here. See if that happens. And yeah, have a good week trading. I'll try to do more videos as I get along. Just very busy at the moment. Um, yeah, get quite busy. It's harder to do them. We're doing work as well. I'm always looking at the charts briefly. Then yeah, so we'll see how it goes on. But enjoy the rest of your week. Trade carefully Friday. NFP week's gonna be pretty big. Can't remember what it was last time. So it was going to cause problems. It didn't have to cause a massive problem on the last one, but just be wary of it because it does normally cause problems. So Tuesday jolts normally causes a big problem. Just just every day from Tuesday really. Just be careful in the midday. Have a good one. I will see you later on.